Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's episode. I want to start this episode just a little bit differently. I want to read to you the introduction to our new The Scalable Expert book that's going to be coming out sometime in the future. But I want to start by just reading this introduction because so often the questions I get is like, what is a scalable expert? How do I know whether or not I'm ready to become a scalable expert? We're going to have a little story time, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the episode and the introduction after I am finished reading. So the introduction, breaking free from the time to money trap. You sit down at your desk, coffee in hand, ready to tackle another packed day. Your calendar is bursting with client calls, project deadlines, and a growing to-do list. Despite your hard work and dedication, you feel stuck in an endless cycle. You're working harder than ever, yet your results never seem to be aligned with your efforts. Sound familiar? This is a reality for so many experts, service providers, and entrepreneurs. You started your business with a dream of freedom of time, income, and impact. But somewhere along the way, you found yourself chained to a system that demands more and more of you. This isn't what you signed up for, and it's not sustainable. The good news, there's a way out. The reality of the time for money trap. For many business owners, the default model is trading time for money. You provide a service, you get paid based on your time, effort, and deliverables you produce. It's straightforward and easy to understand, which is why so many people start here. But this model has serious limitations. Number one, your time is a finite resource. There are only so many hours in the day. Once your schedule is full, your income plateaus unless you raise your rates, gather a team, or do whatever else it is that you need to do to try and add more hours to your day. Burnout is inevitable. Constantly trading your energy for income leads to exhaustion. You're not running a business, you're running yourself into the ground. Growth is limited. Scaling requires breaking free from this cycle. If your income is tied to your availability, you're capping your potential. This is for sure what I ran into as I was growing the agency. The more clients that I got, the more we had to fulfill, the more complex the business became, and we just found ourselves in this constant money for time trap. So what we have to do is redefine what success looks like. Success in business is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. To truly achieve freedom and impact, you must shift from being the doer of your business to being the visionary leader. This means creating systems, frameworks, and processes that allow your business to grow without requiring you to be involved in every detail. Because here's the truth. Scaling isn't about making more money. It's about designing a life and a business that aligns with your values and your goals. It's about creating something sustainable, impactful, and liberating for both you and your clients. For me, one of the things that's key about this is I always thought that it was all about how do I add more freedom? How do I add more ability to grow outside of my time? I didn't actually think about how it impacted my clients until I discovered how to start thinking from the perspective of my clients and the benefit to them as well as the benefit for me. So more on that as we go forward. All right, so what's the cost of staying stuck? Before we dive into the solution, let's take a moment to consider the cost of staying stuck in the time for money trap. One, you have missed opportunities. While you're busy managing the day-to-day tasks or fighting fires in your business, you're unable to focus on the strategic growth or new revenue streams. You have limited impact. Your ability to serve clients is limited to the number of hours you can work. This prevents you from reaching a larger audience and making the difference you are capable of. And the cost of personal sacrifice, your health, relationships, and personal goals often take a back seat to your business demands. This imbalance isn't sustainable or fulfilling. The longer you stay in this cycle, the harder it is to become free. But here's the good news. You're not alone, and you don't have to figure it out by yourself. The rest of this book is designed to guide you through the transformation from overwhelmed service provider to scalable expert. So the first step in this whole process is just awareness. So before you can break free, you need to recognize that there's a problem. So take a moment and reflect on your current business model. Are you trading hours for dollars? Is your income tied directly to your availability? And do you feel overwhelmed or burnt out trying to meet client demands? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it's time for a change. The good news is that you already have the expertise needed to scale. What's missing is the framework to make it happen. And that, my friends, is the infinite scale method that I'm going to introduce you to in the rest of the book. All right, so that is that introductory chapter to the Scalable Expert book. And I wanted to read that to you just to give you a sense for the possibility. If you are in that place where you're trading hours for dollars, you're so busy fulfilling on the client work that you have, and you either don't have time or you can't picture what it looks like to serve customers in a completely different way, then that's why you are listening to the Scalable Expert Podcast, number one. While you may be interested in reading the book or coming into our world to learn more about the infinite scale method and how it may help you move from where you are today to where you want to go. So I challenge you to answer those awareness questions. Really think about that. Are you in a position where you're trading hours for dollars? Is your income tied to your availability? The key for this, if you can't go and do something else without your business coming to a halt, then you are answering yes to that question, right? And do you feel overwhelmed or burnt out trying to meet all the client demands? Are your clients always asking for new and different things or asking you for more and you're not able to deliver because you just don't have the time or capacity? All of those things are clues that there is a different approach that actually will help you build and grow a company that will work for you instead of you working for it. So really think through those questions. All right, so that tees up a little bit of a series that we're going to have coming up here in the podcast as we start to strip away that sort of constant churn of more customers means more work, more time, and less freedom for you to have to grow the rest of your business, to work on other projects, or just do things that allow you to maximize your time. All right, so buckle up because we're going to start getting into some of the concepts. If you want to talk more about this, if this first introduction really resonates with you and you know that it's time to start shifting the way that you show up, the way that you help deliver awesome solutions to your customers, and you're ready for something new, in the show notes, you can grab a time on my calendar and we could just chat around what are the next steps for you? What does the model look like as it applies to you and your business? So I look forward to talking to you. In the meantime, go ahead and answer those reflection questions and then get ready for this series that's coming up in the podcast to help you start taking the steps that you need to move forward so that you can have more freedom, impact, and ultimately income in your business as you continue to grow it. All right, until next time.